Hello ladies and gentlemen, today I'm going to be showing you how to close high quality real estate leads and how I got my client in Edmonton around $26,000 closed in about 21 days. If you don't know who I am, my name is Sinan and I help realtors by getting rid of the fear of feast and famine, by installing predictable and reliable marketing systems, and also I make my videos specifically for realtors who are, completely referral based or just getting into marketing. If you are a returning subscriber, thank you very much for watching these videos. It honestly means the world to me, and for anyone else watching, if you could please, like, subscribe, whatever. I'm not really a huge fan of saying this, like, I'm not gonna lie, like, it always gives me a little bit of secondhand embarrassment when I see other people doing it, but it honestly does really help the YouTube algorithm, and it would help push out my videos to others in need, and it would be really helpful if I could save, like, if I could just help, like, one realtor from spending thousands of dollars on ads, and then, like, even though they don't know how any of this works, it would honestly mean the world to me. So if you could please go ahead and do that, that would be greatly appreciated. And also, I also hope that you do this at the end of the video, because I don't want you to do any of that before I actually provide any value. So if you could do that at the end of the video, that would be really appreciated. Now, if you are looking for a full-length video, like a step-by-step, like me going through the Facebook Ads Manager, creating the ad, publishing it, and then showing the results, then that video will be uploaded later this week, and you should probably see it somewhere up here. It'll be like an information thing. But yeah, no, if you want to go ahead and watch that, then please do so, like if you want to see the step-by-step guide. But I highly recommend that you watch this one first. Frankly, it would probably do me better if you went ahead and go watch the longer one. It would do better for the algorithm. But I would really appreciate it if you watch this one first, because for your own benefit, if you don't, like, if you just start implementing systems and don't really understand how it works, then that's going to be a huge detriment on your business, and just sort of not only could it prevent results, it could also, cost you money in the long run. So I'd really appreciate if you finish this video first and then go step by step, and then you can watch the full guide once you're done. Now, the biggest problem when it comes to lead generation, which I'm sure you're aware of, is actually generating high quality leads, and you don't want to end up with something like this. Yeah, and so that's a pretty big, I'm not exactly sure what I just showed, but it was probably pretty bad. And so I'm going to hop on my laptop and actually show you as far as what I'm doing in terms of qualifying the leads, and what I'm doing, like, getting them high quality, and just sort of, how they actually qualify themselves. And I just sort of like to call these hot leads. But, without further ado, let me jump on my laptop and I'll show you exactly what I'm doing. Hello, I'm on my laptop now. I took off my blazer. It was honestly way too hot and I couldn't stand it, but this is just sort of what the actual advertisement would look like. First time homebuyer in Edmonton, like, imagine owning your dream, blah 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 blah. There's sort of something about, like, getting a pre-approval. So essentially, this is just sort of what the ad would look like, and I'm going to go into more details about how to come up with your creatives and how to come up with your copywriting and the call to action, like what you're going to be using and whatnot. And I'm going to show you exactly how to do all of that in a later video that should be somewhere up here. The full in-depth guide, I'll show you that, but just sort of actually showing you how to convert high quality leads. When it comes down to it, it'll have some sort of ad like this. They'll click sign up, and that'll send them over to an instant form, which I will pull up in just a second. So this is sort of what the instant form would look like. What we do is we're getting, like, their first name, their email, their phone number, and something that's actually really important. I got my first Instagram account when I was in grade 7. So I didn't have a phone back then, right? And my email was certainly not the same as it is now. So I had a different email and I had a different phone number back then. Now I actually have my own phone. I have my own phone number. But back in grade 7, if I had signed up for something like this, my details would be completely expired. Like, because what Facebook does is it automatically puts in your email and phone number for you, so that they don't have to type it themselves. Which at first glance seems like, oh, revolutionizing the whatever, but like, it provides the wrong data. And so if we have the wrong data, we don't have their actual email and we don't have their actual phone number, then we can't contact them and then get them the pre-approval. So this is actually something that's very important, and I want to show you exactly how you can fix that. But yeah, we want to make sure that we actually get the right data. So what we're doing is, once we come down to the message for the leads, this is what they do. Like, once they've actually submitted the form, in, like, this is just sort of what's next, what to do in order to actually, like, get the pre-approval. We tell them that they have to go to a landing page so they can fill out a short 5 to 6 question survey, and so that once they fill that out, that it will, they can actually get what they're looking for. So we get them on the survey over here. This is sort of the landing page, what it looks like, like, once they fill out the form, we redirect them to this landing page, and then they, what they do next is they listen to this video, go fill out the form, do whatever, yada yada yada. And so then they see like what can they actually qualify for, and then we get them to fill out like these really quick questions like what are you looking to do, purchase a home, like what kind of home, detached, and then whatever needs to be filled out gets filled out, like just sort of them qualifying themselves so we know more information about them before we actually book them on a meeting and then talk to them in person or whatever. So then yeah, this is just sort of a very important information that we need to know about, and then checking if they're obligated with other realtors and whatnot, and then their yearly income, so we know what they can and can't afford, so when we get them the pre-approval. But yeah, this is just sort of the important part right here. Remember early when I said Facebook automatically does all that, and then they automatically put in the information? This is just sort of the section over here, so they can put in the information themselves, so they can actually, so we can confirm them as a hot lead. So they have to erase this, then put down their name, Mike, and then they have to erase this, put down their own phone number, put down their email, and then put down the city. They have to do all of that themselves manually, so we can tell that they're actually dedicated towards moving forward with something, and then we can see that they're like in for like they want to fill out all of this, and then so we can call them immediately once they're done signing all that up. And then once we've gotten that done with, we just sort of come back over here. This is sort of what the CRM looks like. This is just sort of our CRM, the one we use personally, Go High Level. It's a really good one. I'd recommend it. But if you have your own thing going for you, then sure, go ahead, use that. And then just sort of checking out the new leads, hot leads, whatever, and then closed and all that stuff. But what's important is that if we go to the automation section and then, site sections, and we go to the submissions, we can see exactly the people who fill out the form. We can see that this person is looking to purchase a detached home. They're currently renting. They want to do this in 4 months. They would like to be pre-approved. They don't have a realtor. And this is just sort of them qualifying themselves. And earlier, actually, this is very funny. With this one, when they gave us 2 different numbers. So when they filled out the instant form, they gave us one number. We called it. This said the number was no longer available. But when they filled out the landing page, they used their actual number. And so when we called them, then we were able to get them connected onto a meeting. But yeah, that's just sort of how we go about that whole process. Once that's done, once they fill out the survey, or if they just fill out the info form, what we do is we get them on our new home buyer campaign. New leads are, of course, people who are just signed up, and then hot leads are people who sign up for the survey, because sometimes people forget to do that. And then we go through this entire process of sending them messages, emails, voicemails, calling them ourselves with our ISA over and over and over again, so that we can actually get them on a meeting with our client. And so that's just sort of how we go about doing that, and I'd highly recommend getting some automation set up, because it is an absolute drag to send your own emails, your own phone number, like your own messages, your own calls, whatever, doing that over and over and over again. It's a huge dread, so having this sort of automation saves everyone a ton of time, and so that we can get all of this automated and get it done by himself. And it saves a lot of time, so you can actually focus on service delivery, and so you can focus on outreach when it comes to, door knocking, cold calling, whatever. That'll be all for this video. If this is genuinely something you liked, there is a button for that down below. And please, if you could subscribe, that would honestly be really, really helpful. You can see content like this every now and again to help improve your marketing. And also, if you have any questions, concerns, or ideas you want me to do for future videos, please feel free to comment down below. I'll make almost any sort of video anyone really asks me to. I once took that too literally and dumped a bucket of water on myself. But yeah, please comment anything you want me to show you, and I'll be more than happy to do so. And that'll be all from me. Thank you very much, and I'll see you around.
Well, that's me dumping water on myself.
Sinan, what about that box over there? Looks pretty good.
You guys asked for this. Thanks for 100 subscribers. This is all because of you. Thank you for 100 subscribers.